Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a ballet-inspired dance fitness class. We will work at the bar, which could be a wall, or a chair, or even your kitchen counter, and clear your space, have water nearby. I'll be working with socks today just to get a little more glide, to feel a little bit more like a ballerina. And so you don't need ballet shoes. You could also be barefoot. You could wear tennis shoes if that works for you. Just something that you feel supported and so you don't get too tripped up or sticky on the floor. We'll be beginning with a ballet bar. So let's start. I'll be using just the little counter here and starting with the feet parallel and kind of zipping the energy right up through the center. As you begin, if you're feeling, really nice and balanced today, you may not need a chair or a counter as you begin with some very mellow pliés. And sometimes ballet can feel a little stuffy and very formal. So as we start parallel, in more of a jazz first position, let yourself feel elegant, but free to be yourself. All right, so we bring ourselves to the form. Well, it can be fun while we're building the strength in the lower body and the lightness in the upper body, a sense of connection to the core. Let's go ahead and take the arms all the way up if yours will allow. And again, if you feel wobbly at all, our bar is our dance partner, right? We're better together here. So as you need, when you need, just touch down and accept support. So still parallel, another plie or two, just feeling this easy up and down. Arms are circling, and the lungs are moving. We start to open up the back of the body even more. Once again, this time when you come up, and again, if the overhead is too much, then keep the fingertips where you can see them, or gather a circle of energy in front of you. Even down low, you're gonna feel this in the shoulders, fingertips on the bar, and then take a little thread and lift straight up through the center. If you can, try to hug the daylight out of the legs as you rise and lower. And if you're feeling, daring, all right, bold ballerina, ballet dancer, then maybe the hands come up and you circle the energy. Feel that plumb line from the tail to the crown. Maybe you can all the way up and whoop all the way again. Just warming up the ankles. Good, one more. Maybe you hover, rise, course it through your center. Try to kind of pull in, brace at your middle, and then gently release. If you were using your hand on support, switch sides. And then from parallel, we'll just turn the toes out. And this is a line of action where you want to sense that the knees are moving in the same line as your toes, right? Inner thigh wraps to the outer knee, demi-plie, and the knees are moving towards your second and third toes, not out in front, right? So that may be a smaller movement just to find the tracking of the thigh spiraling and the support of the alignment, knee to toes. Then perhaps you could just gather again like this basket of good energy right in front. If it feels tense at all, see if you can use your breath to lift the arms. Maybe even find a little wiggle at the top, yeah? Again, it's fun. Gotta bring some joy to it. And then take the arms maybe up on the diagonal or all the way overhead. Again, you're framing the head, the neck, the shoulders, the sky even. Up and down, straight, up and down. When you straighten, see if you can maybe engage the backside a little bit more. Try to hollow out, tailbone down, low belly lifts, and then we gather all of the energy and test the rise of the heels, yeah? And then stay lifted as you lower down, stretch the heels back down. Inhale, and stay lifted, exhale. Sometimes helpful to take the hand to the belly and just get a sense of what's going on, up and down. Let's take 2 more. All right, trying to press the inner heels forward, inner thighs forward. Last one, let's see if we might test the balance there. Trickier to do in a turned out position, perhaps, but keep driving the heels forward, tail straight down, find some energy, pushing up and out through the crown of the head, and then gather this basket of good energy. Maybe you can take it up and over and frame. Feel that there's space between your ribs and your hips, and then wiggle and take it back down. Good. Shake it out a little in between. Maybe even kind of march and dance it out. Now we'll take the left hand to your support. I'm turning out just to be with you. You could be straight on as you need. Just keeping your gaze right out in front so everything's moving in the right direction. So from first position, let's tendu out a little wider to a second position, slightly wider, yeah, stride here. So going to be different for each. You want to feel again that you're tracking the knees right over the ankles, and then you're gonna hollow out and really feel like you're pulling the tummy in. Again, inhale, lower down, let the arm just sweep using the wall or your support, and then take the opposite arm and circle it out. So you're scooping up to the chest and out. Good, then maybe try the other arm. If you need, switch sides with support, or just test your balance. All right, sometimes this is a little easier because your base of support's wider. Sometimes it's not, and every day is different, so just be grateful. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. Now take 2 arms, and it's like a big hug. You're just gathering energy, and then scoop it up, and then spread it out. Again, one more time. Just grateful. We're breathing in, we're breathing out. Take a tendu, bring it back in towards parallel. Turned out, first position rather. That is not parallel. Take the arms out, splaying through some jazz hands. And then we're just going side to side. If you need support, use the support. If you can take it out to the center and even let this kind of move forward. Out to the side. So it's traveling. And I'm just doing like some little jazz kick out with the hands, and then back, turned out as much as you can. A little coordination there. You got it. A little L shape, up and over. And then bring yourself, if you went forward, bring it on back to your support. Now maybe, I'm gonna use the bar behind me, but you could also put it in front. And then press down and go side to side. Look to your right and your left. So as you tendu, the head turns. If that makes you wobbly or dizzy, keep your gaze straight ahead. And then come back to center. Take a plie in the middle. You feel the energy's building. And again, perhaps the bar's right in front, or the chair, yes. I'll be using this just to turn out and be with you. So inhale, first position. Right leg's gonna lead. We're gonna take it out to the side tendu, and then bring it in. Just 2 more. Just out and in. We feel the whole foot. Now let's brush it. Let it fly off the floor. Little dégagé, brushing out with the accent down and out, down and out. Now let's bring it back in. Accent is in. And in, and the standing leg is ready for a switch. Other side. Tendu left and close. And point and center and keep breathing. In. Last one. Now we're gonna brush it out and in dégagé. Brush down and out. Bring it in and out and close. And now accent shift, we go out and in and close. And it's dramatic, plie in the middle. Let's take it right again, just two this time. So plie to start, stand tall, center, and point right and close, and two. Now we're gonna take a brush out and close, brushing out and close. Now brush and close, plie, releve, maybe test your balance, dance it back down, little plie, anchor, left side, here we go. Tendu and close, just twice, tendu and close. Now we're gonna brush out and in and brush out and in and then brush and close, plie in the middle, rise up and releve, take a little moment to wiggle, plie, roll your shoulders, hands to the bar, wherever you wanna be. Now tendu right, plie through second, tendu left, and close. Tendu left, plie through the middle, tendu right, gather and close. Now let's brush out and land, brush off and close, brush out, land, brush off and close. Now we're going to brush, close, brush, and then bring it in, rise up, plie, brush out, close, and then we brush and shift, brush and shift. Now the arms might float up, arms up, up and shift and up, and maybe you can feel the legs go a little higher, has like a PK sort of feel to it, and a kick and a switch. Oh my goodness, inner thighs. I hope you're starting to warm up. Up and out, and one more each side. Here we go, and plie in the middle. Take your hands either on the bar or the thighs, and then take a slightly deeper drop. You can even pull the hips back some. Guide your left shoulder forward and across, and then your right shoulder forward and across. Good, inhale and exhale. Now, coming out of the plie, take it to a lunge, and if you want to turn it in slightly or even take the legs a little wider, again, you can use your chair in front. Consider flexing the foot. All right, the arms might sweep. Yeah, it has a little bow to it as you hinge at the hips. Circle and heel, and circle, heel, side to side. So we're opening up the outer hip and the inner thigh. Last two, and one. Bring yourself back to the middle, shake it out. Okay, step tap across a little bit. So we're gonna go back to the bar. Okay, bring it back. Right hand for some support. So we're starting with the left leg. And now that we're perhaps a little more aware of the inner thighs and the alignment, we're gonna sweep the left leg around. Let's start it with the arm to kind of get a sense of what the lower body's gonna need to do, but find that freedom in the upper body. So you're circling out, pushing back and around and across. Okay. Now, the left leg is gonna take that same rond de jambe journey, but don't lose the joy and the fun in the upper body. So we'll plie, first position turned out, and then take your tendu forward. Now let the arm kind of swoop around with it and then thread it through. So the arm and the leg are echoing the same movement. Now, in a ballet class, you'd be very serious about this circling. So get serious for a moment, and then let it be fun as you sweep around and maybe kind of push it on through, and the whole body might get to tip and reach, and you're not limited to keeping the torso right on top. You can hinge and stretch and sweep. And now let's go in the other direction. Oh my goodness, now you're bringing it in and threading it through. Standing leg has a whole other story going on. I know, it's working. Yes, there's a little micro bend there in the leg. Woo! Diving in, one more. Nicely done. Come back to the center, plie. Maybe pulsing plie there, all right. And then root down, releve, rise up. Notice the difference in your legs. Notice the difference in your attitude. And then lower down, second side. So shake out the standing leg. If you need, you could even kind of sit in it. All right, we just did this little shift here. Maybe give the outer right hip some love and thanks, and a round of applause. And then, woo, ready for the second side. Coming to first position. Oh, first, actually, let's do the arms first, yes? So just the right arm is gonna reach all the way around, back and through. And feel how good this is for your upper back, your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, giving yourself a chance to move the whole torso up and around. Hips can move with it, yeah. And then come to first position. Use your support. Classic rond de jambe with a little bonus. Yeah, so right leg's gonna point, tendu. Arc it out around and circle. Bend the standing leg and then sweep it through. And now there's a little plie in the middle, right? So both legs are bent there. And then you just feel that the arm and the leg are swimming and circling and wrapping around. Keep pointing the toes. Now come back to center and switch the direction. So you're gonna thread it through first, tendu back, out to the side, turned out, bring it around, right? So there is this classical move, but you're in it. You're feeling the whole body elongate, right? It's lyrical, it's elegant. Two more. It's a lot for the standing leg. Lyrical, elegant, and a lot. Come back to center. Woo! Plant, rise up, feel the difference in the legs, feel that work at your backside, the front of the body gathering, and then that energy hugging up, maybe, and over. And then plie, and then let's just walk it forward. This time you can kind of cross it over, tendu and cross. Little push out with the shoulder, and then take it back. Right over and across. Feel the rotation. Now take it forward. Excellent. And then take it back. Ooh, maybe you even come back through with the arms, and it kind of has a little circle to it. Oh, it might even, feel kind of like, oh, hey, this kind of thing. I'm running into walls. So shake it off as you need. And then let's bring it out to the center for a moment. So it's kind of the energy of a center adagio, right? Kind of slow and controlled, but we're gonna bring ourselves to it. So as you come to first position, again, if you need support, use it. Otherwise, come to the center and then peel your right leg up through a little coupe, maybe a passe, and then you're gonna send it out in front, circle it around, let yourself tip Maybe even feel like you have a little tutu and some feathers back there. It's your Swan Lake moment. And then you're gonna bring it back either at the ankle, you can have a kickstand down if you need, or coming back passe, plie, releve, all the way up, and then lift as you lower. Plie, let's try it again. Passe through the center. Good, take it forward, around, thread it back and little wave, and then pull it all in and together. Plie in the middle. Well done, rise up. Let the arms do what they want to do. Yeah. Releve, slinky, back down. Twice more, inhale. Rise up and extend. Take it out and around, it's fun. Maybe even have like a little flick and a lift. Bring it through. Plie in the middle. Rise up. Easy arms, let it dance if you want. Bring it back down. Plie, last time, here we go. Thread. Extend. Circle around. Feel that little lean, maybe lift. Bring it in, you're gonna feel that in the glutes. Plie, scoop up, and release. Shake it off for a moment, maybe even kind of spin, little pedal turn. Right, we need a little fun in between sides, yes? Come back to the middle. And then from here, kind of swing it out, side to side. You have that sway and sweep, sweep, up and around. Excellent. Let's try the second side. First position. Take a moment if you need the support. Set yourself. Inhale. The left leg, like a paintbrush, paints up the inner thigh. If you need to keep a toe in the sand, it's all good. Start to peel up. And then plie, send it out in front, framing the upper body. Send the leg out and around. Reach it way back. Maybe you wag your tail a little there. And then from here, you're gonna lift it in to passe. Breathe. Plant, plie. Rise up. Maybe all the way up. Releve with a little wiggle. And some sass on the way down. Okay, let's try that 3 more times. Serious, slow-mo, very deliberate, moving up through passe. And then it's elegant, maybe even dainty. Sweep the leg around. Then you have a moment where you lift your tail feathers. Whoa, I almost didn't make it. And then scoop back up through passe. Plie, rise up, frame the upper body here. Just, feel that sense of, a little bourrée maybe even. As you come back down, and then serious ballet moment. Scoop it up, very dramatic. Extend, imagine your tutu, and then you've got it in the back. Scoop it in, scoop it in, scoop it in. And plie, rise up. Take a moment here, and then let's turn back out. On releve if you can, kind of like stepping out to the side. If you want, it comes back to that tendu. Hey, with the arms. Okay, back it up. And then find your way right in the middle. From here, take that hip, swing. Maybe there's a circle and sit. Up and over, up and around. Back to the middle. Reach out, plie second. Walk it down a little bit wider. Feel the pulse. The music shifts. Let yourself find some seaweed-like arms, side to side. And then from here, right down through the middle, sweep the arms out, splay your fingers to energize. Lift the heels. If you can, lift the arms up on the diagonal. Inner heels forward, and then exhale, take a reach. Side to side, and the arms can kind of shift across the body if that feels good to you. Up and down. Well done. Bring yourself through the middle. Sweep the arms out and up. Now, heel toe, the feet back in to the middle. One last little variation. So center yourself. If you need the support, use it. Coming back to your corner. From here, lift up right leg. So open into the beginning, same. Then lift the leg any amount, maybe bend it for a little attitude, and then point, take it all the way around. Have that moment where you're pressing the arms back, lift the leg, bend the legs, so there's that attitude moment. Again, use the bar, circle the arms, and then pull that into your releve. From here, all the way up, plie through the center. Sweep it out, sweep it to the side, sweep it. Good, come back to the right corner. The left leg's turned out. So we're just adding an element. Rise up, passe, extend it out, plie standing leg. Then there's a piqué lift. And then bend the legs so you have this attitude moment. Yeah, bring some attitude to it. And then from here, open it back and around. Now as you hollow out through the center, sweep the arms back and see if you can lift the leg a little higher. Bend the standing leg and bend the working leg. Now you have this attitude moment. Yes, bring it through passe and releve and plie. And then we're gonna take it side, up and around, up and around. One more. Well done. As you come back to the middle, parallel in the center. Let's take the legs, just a little tap, shoulders. And now we come into a little reverence. That was a lot of like balancing, containing the energy. So as you shift to your right, you can bring a little more attitude, a little more maybe jazz to it. And then shift to your left. I don't know, it still feels very ballet-esque, yes. And then sweep and sweep and whoo. So the back leg, now we're gonna bend a little. So we're in a slight hinge variation. Left, hinge, right, hinge, left. Center, balance, right, 2, 3, left, 2, 3. So it's wide and tall. Sweep and rise. So you spread out your energy and then you gather and center. Shift and lift, shift, lift. The last couple. Let yourself just float. Okay, back to center. First position. Inhale, tendu right, lift and shift. Take the left leg behind you, plie both legs, and there's a moment of bow and thank you. And a bit of a pose here. As you come back to the center, tendu, lift and shift, and take the leg behind, and then sweep it under, bend both knees. Have that moment where you just strike that elegant pose, and then we'll put it together. Thank you so much for dancing with me today. I'm Suzy. I look forward to moving with you again soon. Have a beautiful day.